top G in a Bugatti. We are dipping at the party. Go over a girl like them and say she want.
So I finally sold my Infiniti Q60. Before we go into detail on why I decided to make the decision on selling my Infiniti Q60, I wanted to give a little bit of a props and respect to Infiniti for making the design of the car. If you look at the exterior, you can tell that they were thinking a decade ahead on the exterior wise. By no means is this outdated. The fact that I experienced the ownership of owning a new Nissan Z in its premium package form with extra stuff like remote start, heated steering wheel, all-wheel drive, and extra seats in the back, sunroof on the top, I can't really complain too much because I experienced a new Nissan Z before it even came out. Now, full disclaimer, I might say some things that might make some people very upset, whether you like it or not, it's the truth. But let's get into the laundry list of reasons on what made me come to this decision on selling it.
Money, 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 chop, chop.
I don't even want to mention insurance rates and theft rates on the car, which is another reason why I made the decision to sell my car, bro. In New York City, the insurance rates for an Infiniti is ridiculous. Matter of fact, anybody watching this from a state that is in the middle of nowhere doesn't understand how difficult it could be to get car insurance in New York City. Progressive, as an example, doesn't even insure Infinitis anymore, and all the insurance companies want to charge a higher rate as if you're driving a GTR, even if you have a clean record. Now, during the ownership of my car has been broken into, backed into. Luckily, unlike other people on this platform, it wasn't stolen. Well, technically it was, but I got it back. If you want to know the full story, I can make a video about that. Just comment. Dude, I got so tired of owning the car that so many people were trying to steal it. Even selling the car, I had people trying to give me fake checks, bounce checks, fake money, try to steal the car while meeting up, trying to mess up the car while we're trying to do a wholesale. You don't understand how difficult it was for me to sell this car. I don't understand why I sold cars in the past, and honestly, this was the hardest one to freaking sell compared to all of those. All I can say is that there's a lot of really hungry, sketchy sharks out there that's willing to do whatever it takes to be able to sit behind the wheel of this car. And the high theft rate was a very big concern for me, bro, because a lot of youngins are hopping into these, crashing these, stealing these, stripping these, everything you can name up, bro. Taking these to takeovers, blowing them up, setting them up on fire. Bro, I ain't got no time for that, bro, respectfully. Yeah, bro, I'm good. These kids are now taking 30 seconds to steal a Q50, Q60 by crashing the window, putting their $100 little scanner key maker tool in there, and boom, they could drive off with a whole $20,000, $30,000 car.
Money, 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 chop, chop. Get the Benz.
Some of these stories people had really helped me out. When they were trying to sell their car with rod knock or blown turbos, I realized that it's even harder for them to sell their car than it is for me that has a perfectly fine running car that's clean title. Not to mention, so many people that own these cars are in so much debt because of them. Example, there are guys that owe $40,000 on some of these cars. The value is not matching the balance of the loan. And there are guys that do not have warranty and owe $20,000 or more on the balance of the loan with a blown engine and turbo. So if you get what I'm saying, even though my car is paid off and I have positive equity on it, I'm not trying to turn into negative by going through motors like it's the normal thing to do. Matter of fact, the prices of these engines went up. It used to be $5,000 for a brand new long block. Now I believe it's around $9,000 or more shipped. Even though I have connections where I could get used engines for a really good price, it still is not worth it. Bro, I remember listing my car on Facebook Marketplace and every single person would lowball me. Dealerships would lowball me as if I had a salvage title or rebuild title car when my car was clean title. After some time of listing it on like AutoTrader, eBay, Facebook, Craigslist, I came to a conclusion that even with all the amount I put in this car, nobody's trying to buy it for the price I'm trying to sell it. I just lost so much value on the market. It's just better for me to remove all the mods I bought and put the car back to stock. So a brand new motor with turbos, tax and shipping is $12,607.93. The motor itself used to be like $7K. Now it's up to like $8,000 to $9,000, I believe. I can't remember, but the price went up on the motors. I don't know what exactly happened, but damn, that sucks.
Money, 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 chop, chop. Get the Benz.
Reliability, reliability, reliability. It was a very big concern for me. And after doing a lot of research on this platform, I noticed that the people on this platform make it seem like it's very normal to have to take your car to the dealership to get a brand new engine and a brand new set of turbos. For instance, if you go on any of the forums, you will see a post every single day of someone having to do thousands of dollars on surgery on one of these cars, stock and or modified. And these cars aren't even 10 years old yet. So it's very embarrassing to see people have to brag about having to use their warranty for a turbo and engine replacement. It just proves that the car might be junk from factory. I believe that Nissan had bigger plans with these engines, but they didn't have enough money to do what they really wanted to do. Now, luckily, I'm one of the lucky ones. I didn't have any major problems with my car in my experience of owning one, besides the belt that was designed to blow up from factory. But after seeing all these nightmare stories of people messaging me and commenting on my post after starting to make these type of videos, people saying that they had to go through multiple engines and turbos, it's ridiculous and really shameful. So I think it was just better for me to part ways before I get too invested on this platform. And me not having warranty doesn't help my case. When I realized that you could do all the preventative maintenance mods in the world and you could still blow up your engine and your turbo stock on these cars because of the quality of how some of them were made from the factory, I decided it was just better to get rid of the car while it was still running and while I still had positive equity on the car. I understand that there's a laundry list of things that you can do to help mitigate and inhibit the problems that this car has, but ain't nobody got time for that, bro. You can do all that stuff and your car still blows up.
Money, 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 chop, chop. Get the Benz truck.
Now, I remember being inspired by dudes I watched on YouTube that owned one of these cars. Most of these dudes that previously owned one of these either moved on to a German car or went back to a VQ. And I completely understand that. If you're going to be doing surgery and having to take out the engine like it's an everyday thing, it might be better to get a German car. I'm sorry, VR30 guys, that's just my opinion and it might be the truth. And I completely understand exactly why the YouTube guys went from VR30 back to a VQ. Now, this is my opinion, and this is based off all the information that I gathered from all of them that did that. The VQ is just a better overall engine that was designed to do utility things and not fall apart, as it's from Nissan's 1990s engine-based structure philosophy. Nowadays, they just want to sell people junk that they need warranty for when all this planned obsolescence garbage breaks down and they're going to need a new engine. And finally, if I didn't mention this already, possibly the last reason why I decided to sell my Infiniti Q60 is that the value of these cars are freaking tanking. I lost so much money on the value of the car from not even driving the car. And then I just came to the conclusion that, oh, I would lose even more money if I decided to build a car and it just blows up. And, you know, just do the math on that. You know, it's not worth it to me. Not only that, these cars require a laundry list of stuff that you need to do. It's like Nissan made their own version of the N54. Ain't nobody got time for that, bro. In my opinion, this is going to be a great car for future buyers to buy used. They look really nice, and you could build these cars up to make them run really, really fast. And with all the great information given nowadays, hopefully the reliability on these increase. The reason I even got the Q60 at the time is because, bro, 3.7 Q50s were the same price as 3.0 T Q60. So, you know, I made the better decision. But in my heart and chest, I knew I always wanted a Q50 3.7.